Hello everyone, myself Preeti Divyani, and today in this video we are going to prove Rolle's theorem. Okay, this theorem is very important from the reanalysis, especially for BSc and NET JRF student. So the statement of Rolle's theorem is, if a function f defined on closed interval AB is continuous on closed interval AB, derivable on open interval AB, and f of A is equals to f of B, then there exists at least one real number C between A and B such that f dash C is equals to 0. So I am going to explain you the statement by using the graph. Here is the graph of the statement. Basically, theorem wants to say that between two zeros, that is A and B of the function fx, there exists at least one zero of f dash x. Okay, here as you see in the graph, there is two zeros A and B of the function fx, that is f of A and f of B. We find the graph here, this curve. Okay, so in between two zeros of function fx, we got one zeros of f dash x, that is C. Okay, that means f dash C is equals to 0. Okay, which is our theorem we are going to prove. So we are given with the function that if function is satisfied this criteria, all these three criteria, then only there exists a real number C between A and B such that f dash C is equals to 0. Okay, let's move on to the proof. It is continuous since the function is continuous on closed interval AB, it is bounded. Okay, the function is bounded and attains its bound. This is the theorem. If any function is continuous in closed interval AB, then the function is bounded on that closed interval AB and it attains its bounds. That means there exists an least upper bound and greatest lower bound of the function. Thus, if small m and capital M are the infimum, that is greatest lower bound, and supremum, that is least upper bound, respectively, of the function f, then there exists a point, points alpha and beta of closed interval AB such that f of alpha is equals to small m and f of beta is equals to capital M. Okay, and we know that m is greater than equals to small m, that is small m is less than equals to f of x less than equals to capital M for all x belongs to closed interval AB. Okay, by the definition of infimum and supremum. There are two cases. Number 1, if infimum and supremum is equal, small m is equals to capital M. In this case, f of A is equals to f of alpha is equals to f of beta is equals to f of B is equals to capital M is equals to small m. For all alpha beta belongs to closed interval AB. This imply f is constant in closed interval AB. So in first case we just assume that if supremum and infimum of the function is same, then in any closed interval f of a, f of alpha and f of beta and f of b is equals to supremum and infimum itself, which is equal to both, and alpha beta is belong to closed interval AB. So this implied that f is constant in closed interval AB because supremum and infimum of the constant function is same. Okay, now case 2. When small m is not equals to capital M, or you can say infimum is not equals to supremum, then both of these cannot be equal to the quantity f of a and f of b. At least one of these m is different from f of a and f of b. So in second case we just assume that if infimum and supremum is not equal, then these two infimum and supremum will be not equal to the same quantity fa and fb. In case 1 we just assume that f of alpha is equals to m, that is if alpha is any point between closed interval ab, then f of alpha is equals to infimum. So here we assume that f of alpha is equals to m, which is not equals to f of a, because we discussed that if m is not equals to capital M, then this quantity is not equal to either fa and fb. So let us suppose that f of alpha is equals to small m, which is not equals to fa, which implies that alpha is not equals to a. Exactly in the same way, f of alpha is equals to m, which is not equals to f of b. This implies alpha is also not equals to b. Okay, this imply alpha lies in the open interval AB. So alpha is a point from the open interval AB. Now we shall show that f dash c is equals to 0. Let us suppose c is any point between a and b, that is a less than c less than b. Okay, if f dash of c is less than 0, then there exists an interval open interval c comma c plus delta 1 open interval where delta 1 is greater than 0 for every point x of which f of x is less than f of c, which is equals to small m, which contradicts the fact that m is the infimum. If f dash c is less than 0, then there must exist an interval open interval c comma c plus delta 1 where delta 1 is greater than 0 for every point x of which fx is less than f of c is equals to m. Because earlier we know that m is the infimum, that is greatest lower bound, and if the greatest lower bound is less than f of x, which is a contradiction, because we know that m is the greatest lower bound which is not greater than fx. Okay, so f dash c is not less than 0, which is a contradiction that f dash c is not less than 0. If f dash c is greater than 0, there exists an interval, open interval c minus delta 2 comma c, where delta 2 is greater than 0 for every point x, for every point x of which f of x is less than f of c is equals to m, which is also a contradiction, because if we suppose that f dash c is greater than 0, there must exist an interval c minus delta 2 comma c, where delta 2 is greater than 0 for every point x of which f of x less than f of c is equals to m, and we know that f is infimum, which means m is greatest lower bound, and lower bound is never be greater than f of x for every point x. So we conclude that only possibility is f dash c is equals to 0. So guys, this is a proof of Rolle's theorem, which is very important topic from BSCs and NET JRF. And if you like my channel, please hit the subscribe button. Guys, please do comment the topic on which the video I can make, and you may check my description box for more theorems and their proofs which I uploaded earlier. Thanks for watching my videos.